Hey everyone, Jennifer Lee Chan. Thanks for tuning in. Just a little Sunday update for you. No 49ers game today. No real updates from the club. We won't go back into the facility until Tuesday. They had 3 days off, so that is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They may have a little practice, bonus practice on Monday, but haven't heard from them yet. So, positive news, Ricky Pearsall is returning to practice this week. They're going to open up the practice window for him. Whether he plays on Sunday or not is undetermined yet. Kyle Shanahan would like to see how he is in practice uh, when he's out there. So it kind of remains to be seen whether he'll play on Sunday or not. It is a possibility. Other good news, Charvarius Ward told me before the game, or actually after the game, that before the game he was pretty unsure about playing on Thursday, but if it was a Sunday game, he would have been able to play. So Charvarius Ward told me, he's like, if it was a Sunday game, he would be able to play. Definitely going to play against his former team, the Kansas City Chiefs. That's where he won his Super Bowls. He was with the Chiefs when they played the 49ers in 2019. So Charvarius Ward will be back for Sunday's matchup. Also, good news is that Matthew Wright, the kicker, who looked like he had a shoulder injury, which he did. He actually looked like he had a shoulder subluxation where his shoulder popped out and they popped it back in. MRIs came back negative, so he should be able to play on Sunday. So they won't have to go three kickers in 3 weeks. Jake Moody's still expected to miss a few more games with that shoulder injury or ankle injury, high ankle sprain. We haven't seen him around the team at all. He did not travel to Seattle, so high ankle sprain for Jake Moody still out a few weeks. Talanoa Hufanga, they did place on injured reserve, so he will miss 4 weeks. Outside of that, not too bad. Malik Mustafa, I spoke to him after the game, and he said he wanted to go back out there and play, but wasn't quite right, but just a low ankle sprain for Malik Mustafa. He should be good to go on Sunday. He is day to day. And again, Matthew Wright day to day. So I do this story every week. It's a PFF grade story, and it kind of showed the good and the bad from that Seattle game. Now, there was plenty of good. I mean, Brock Purdy played lights out. Passes to George Kittle that were just on the money. Deebo Samuel played really well. I mean, the offense as a whole played really well. Great runs from Jordan Mason. He had 9 carries for 73 yards. 54 of those yards came after contact, 4 missed tackles. So, I mean, he left with a shoulder injury, but again, he is also day to day. So they should be able to have Jordan Mason back for Sunday's game. Deebo Samuel received a 78.9 grade, 73 yards after the catch for that big run, 5 targets for 102 yards, 73 after a catch. Kittle caught 5 of his 6 targets. 2 were considered contested, and he had 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dominic Pooney, one of the top players on the offensive line, 90.3 run blocking grade, including he helped get a clear path for Isaac Arendo on his 76-yard run. So the problem that I'm seeing through PFF grades is that the 49ers have missed double-digit tackles now, double-digit number of tackles, 3 weeks in a row. They missed 19 tackles they missed against New England Patriots. They missed 12 against the Arizona Cardinals. And again, versus the Seattle Seahawks, they missed 13 tackles. This is not a good trend at all. It was Deommodore Lenoir, who outside of the missed tackles played pretty well. Deommodore Lenoir missed 4 tackles. Devondre Campbell, who I know is not a 49ers faithful favorite at this point, missed 2 tackles. Nick Bosa missed 2 tackles. Fred Warner missed 2 tackles. Jair Brown, Isaac Yiadom, and Kevin Givens all missed 1. So not great stats for the defense in that aspect, but otherwise they did have some good play. Renardo Green came in and played really well. He allowed 5 catches on 11 targets, which is a pretty good stat. 57 yards and 1 touchdown, but he also did make an interception. Malik Mustafa, second highest overall grade on the defense, even though he was on the field for just 20 snaps, left with an ankle injury, but 2 tackles, 1 pass breakup, and 1 interception. So Malik Mustafa did a really good job stepping up for Talanoa Hufanga. Now, what I spoke about before, Deommodore Lenoir, 8 tackles, 6 solo, but he also missed 4. So while he missed 4, he did make 8. 6 of them were solo. He broke up 1 pass, but allowed 7 catches on 10 targets for 67 yards. Not a great game also for Fred Warner, not normal. 11 total tackles, 6 solo, but he missed 2. He also in coverage, he's been much better in coverage before this. He allowed a bunch of catches, and I don't have the number here. I don't know why it didn't come up here. Um, but 11 targets for 102 yards. He allowed 102 yards in passing by the Seattle Seahawks, but he broke up one pass and forced one fumble. Evan Anderson only on the field, 13 snaps, two quarterback pressures, both hurries, and four pass rushes. So, a guy that can step in if Jordan Elliott misses more time. Evan Anderson, rookie, played really well. And then, of course, Nick Bosa, 14 pressures on Geno Smith. Just an incredible game, but no sacks, which he was very frustrated and disappointed in. But, such a great performance by Nick Bosa. It ties his career high from 2022, week 4 against the Los Angeles Rams. So just just a tough day for the tackling, special teams as well. I know you guys have all been messaging me about how awful special teams is, but it was, they've had some good plays. The blocked kick for and a return for a touchdown. They made 3 field goals. They should have had another uh, they should have gotten the credit for the muffed punt, but that didn't happen. I know the video evidence came into the Seattle field to the refs there after they had already made the call, which is why that didn't happen. So there's stuff to clean up, but they also have a little extra rest, which is good. Coming up on this Chiefs matchup. Now, I know everybody thinks that the 49ers are super injured. They do have some injuries, but the Chiefs are dealing with injuries too. Hollywood Brown, wide receiver, big player, key weapon on the offense. He's out. Isaiah Pacheco's out. Rashee Rice is out. So some younger guys. They brought back Kareem Hunt, who's really tough to bring down. So the 49ers really need to get their tackling in order. Also on NFI, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then familiar face Charles Omenihu. He's on the PUP. So I think all teams right now are dealing with injuries about the same level. It just not, it's a tough sport. It's guys get injured, and that's kind of what's happening across the board. Now, as I'm recording this, the Green Bay Packers are ahead of the Cardinals, and 13-31, and it is in the fourth quarter. The first half of that game, though, man, the Green Bay Packers really shut down the Cardinals, which shows that the 49ers really should have done that as well. But we'll have maybe another update a little later after all the NFC games are done. But the 49ers have put themselves in a position that's good. The Rams have not won very many games. The Cardinals have not won any games. Both of them only won the games against the 49ers. So work to be done, but the 49ers have some time to rest, to recoup, get healthier before they welcome in the Chiefs, and that'll be on Sunday. Please tune in, subscribe. Please subscribe, and I'll get you more updates. And the Bump Box video is up. I'll post some more interview videos as we go along. Really some great moments as the players came off the field and met some fans, signed some autographs. And, to all those 49ers fans that came out in Seattle, nice work. It was a lot of red. There was a lot of red in there. All right, some more updates coming up, but please subscribe, leave some comments, and great to have you tune in. Thanks so much for joining.